Hi, I just found a little nice little creek with some beautiful, beautiful noise. I don't know, the water running is so soothing, so it seems like a great spot to sit down, get comfortable, and, talk about spirit. See what comes in, see what comes up. I was talking earlier on a previous video about a lot of transformations happening this week, and today is definitely a huge opening. Today is completely new energy. Today is an unveiling. I keep hearing an unveiling. Today is rebirth. Just fresh, new perspectives and transformations and shedding and Spirit keeps repeating new birth, new birth. Oh, and I have a tattoo. I don't know if you can see it because it's so dark, but there we go. New beginnings. There it is. All sorts of new beginnings, all sorts of births. It's a week of birthing. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Earlier this week did feel like giving birth. Lots of labor pains. Oh my gosh. Lots of pushing and pulling and pleading. And now today, shiny and new. A new version of ourselves has been brought into the world today. Honor this new version. Love yourself, cherish yourself. You did a lot of work this week. Round of applause. They're like, celebrate. We've been doing so much work on this planet. And this past week, at least for me, was more intense than I've experienced in quite some time. And it was like the last layers of, all of the heaviness I've carried my whole life. I was just ready to let it go, and there was a lot of work being done to get it to the surface and to really experience it, get familiar with it, and realize that the brain isn't going to solve the problem. Just feeling it in the heart and not trying to solve anything. And that's something that I have a tendency to do is I have a very strong inclination to want to go to my brain to understand, analyze, and figure things out so that I can, in my brain, think, oh, well, I'm learning something here if I take the time to think about it so that I, don't have this issue in the future. However, that's the exact thing that prevents me from letting it go. Spirit kept telling me yesterday, the more you try to understand, the less you let go. Because trying to understand is pulling that energy in and holding it close and holding it in place to take the opportunity to look at it under a microscope. Versus if there's less of an intent to understand and just kind of let that energy flow by, it comes in and it goes out, and then you're done with it. Versus, wait a second, I need to understand it, let me hold it in close and let me just keep it right here, and then it doesn't go anywhere. And it makes it a lot harder. It makes it so much harder. And the end result of what I, was trying so diligently to accomplish actually wasn't happening because I was trying so hard. So don't try so hard. Just sit back and take care of yourself. You know, when these situations arise, when the emotions are erupting and then coming out for release, just, you know, take some time to do whatever comforts you and brings you relaxation and joy. You know, for me, I'm sitting by a creek listening to the water run by and the birds and spending time in nature, or a salt, like a hot bath with some sea salt, or you know, some people might like sitting in the sauna or a hot tub, just go to the beach. I mean, whatever is soothing and cleansing for you, do that. Take the mind game out of it. Take the thinking out of it. Make it about the heart and not the brain. Make it about an experience. And Spirit just keeps saying life goes on, because I have a tendency to do that when something really big is coming up for release. It's almost like I freeze. And Spirit saying you're freezing for a purpose, because it's a time for self-care. It's not a time to keep propelling forward and trying to accomplish things and getting all sorts of activities done. It's a time for self-care. It's a time to just, you know, create a little cocoon, get comfortable, take care of yourself, and allow the release. Yeah, my brain definitely got far too involved. And that's when it is more difficult. That's when it's far more difficult, is when the brain gets involved. Because there have been a lot of transitions before this that I didn't feel quite so greatly. Although I was more in my heart space at that time, and also Spirit saying like this one was huge. This one was huge. It was like it was so big that the brain engaged, because it was a replay of old habits, and you know, we release layers of those habits. So even though we may have worked through one layer, the next layer comes up. And for me, what that was a lot of like past childhood things surrounding relationships, but also trying to resolve things in my head. So it was a huge cleansing of getting my brain so darn involved. You know, that's what, you know, that's when we step into our ego and step away from Spirit, is when that brain starts thinking too much. For sure. Oh. Well, guys, relax. Enjoy the rest of this transition. Enjoy the new fruit you've bared. And take care of yourself the rest of the week. There's been a lot of work that's been done, and now it's time to rest. So honor yourself, honor your body, and doing that, honor your spirit, your soul, and just rest. Love and blessings, everyone. Bye.